Now, ladies and gentlemen, mambo imechemka within the Azimio la Umoja Alliance. The secrets that Azimio has been hiding has now started to erupt. And I want you to watch this space very keenly because it's just a matter of time. The Azimio la Umoja political alliance will be forgotten very, very soon. So it turns out that Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, Nderitu Muriithi, Peter Munya, and several other Mount Kenya leaders from the Azimio la Umoja Alliance side have officially fronted a new political formation, or rather alliance, dubbed the Kamwene Leadership Forum. So I want to explain to you into details about this formation, why it was formed, and also the internal disputes within the Azimio la Umoja Alliance. But first of all, let me read for you these two statements that were made by Martha Karua and Jeremiah Kioni concerning that political alliance. So Martha Karua says that it does not mean we are not in Azimio. If we weren't, we would have said it without beating around the bush. You saw us speak as Azimio today. We are here speaking as Kamwene. Tomorrow I will speak as Nakenya. All these are spaces we occupy. Then Jeremiah Kioni says that this is Kamwene Leadership Forum, a group of people who are, I underline the word, not in Kenya Kwanza, neither are they, underline the word, in Azimio la Umoja Alliance, but we are pushing the interests of the Mount Kenya region. Now I have a question to ask. Does it mean that these leaders cannot address the issues of the Mount Kenya region in the Azimio la Umoja Alliance? Of course, yes. And I will still explain to you about all this as we proceed with our analysis. But do you still remember during the time when Martha Karua was very inactive in the Azimio la Umoja Alliance political events? And I talked about all this several times in my previous videos. Now, you saw Martha Karua holding meetings with Jeremiah Kioni, Peter Munya, and Nderitu Muriithi. So that was basically the genesis of the formation of this political alliance. So I want to explain to you how it started and why it was formed. But if you are watching me up to this particular point, I'm just requesting you to please take a second or two and subscribe to my channel. You can also give this video a thumbs up. If you do that, YouTube will automatically recommend this particular video to reach out to others. To my returning subscribers, I really want to appreciate you so much for your continued support. Without the support, this channel cannot be where it is currently, and that is why I don't take the support for granted. And if you also want to automatically receive the notifications updates from YouTube itself immediately I post a video on this channel, just press the notification bell. Having said that, now let us go straight into the details of this video. So first of all these issues came to the limelight immediately after Raila Odinga's crisis meeting that he held last week on Tuesday. So in that meeting, these Azimio la Umoja Alliance leaders disagreed totally or completely on several matters. First of all, on the issues to do with the ongoing bipartisan dialogue meeting at the Bomas of Kenya. So the Azimio la Umoja Alliance was split into two. There are some leaders who are proposing that the dialogue meeting must be suspended and they proceed on the demonstrations or protests. But there are leaders, including Raila Odinga, who completely opposed that move. He says that the dialogue meeting must proceed. So let me just read for you this statement here. It says that it was therefore a feeling that so that we don't make the people feel abandoned, we should suspend the talks until the Kenya Kwanza reduces new fuel prices. That way, people will see that we are still with them. Reportedly, Martha Karua and Jeremiah Kioni were in agreement with these sentiments, but they were overruled by Raila Odinga and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And I'm told that Raila Odinga was forced to end that meeting abruptly because there are several other leaders who stormed out of that meeting. Also, in that particular meeting, there was this conversation that was brought out that why is it that the Mount Kenya region leaders were not appointed or included in the Azimio la Umoja Alliance. But up to date, Raila Odinga has not yet addressed that matter. He only appointed unofficially Jeremiah Kioni just to be there in that meeting to follow up on the issues that are being discussed. But he cannot say anything in that meeting. So, and that is why majority of the Mount Kenya region leaders from Azimio are completely against the dialogue meeting. Let me just read for you this statement that was made by Jeremiah Kioni, who says that Mr. Kioni on Tuesday said that had he been the one in Mr. Odinga's shoes, he would have by now pulled out of these talks. We are going nowhere with these talks, but we are in support of Baba and the decision he has taken. And on matters to do with these leaders, Mount Kenya leaders, who cannot address the Mount Kenya region issues within the Azimio la Umoja Alliance is this: they feel oppressed. Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka have now united against these Mount Kenya region leaders. And that is why they overruled them. And that is why in that particular statement also, it indicates that the decision by the Kamwene team to hold press briefing addressing issues that had already been covered by Azimio less than 72 hours earlier has raised questions on whether there could be cracks within the opposition over the ongoing talks. So basically, the Mount Kenya region leaders from Azimio feel oppressed, feel dictated by Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka because they are actually the minority in Azimio. So let us wait and see how things will now turn out to be in a few days to come. And secondly, this is basically the rebellion movement against the betrayal that is being witnessed. So for them to address their issues, which they cannot address in Azimio, they had to form this new formation. It says that a source within the Azimio la Umoja Alliance told the nation that the differences may have arisen during the crisis meeting convened by Raila Odinga last week. In that particular meeting, some senior opposition officials had suggested that the talks be suspended to protest against government decision to increase fuel prices. But you saw after that meeting, Raila Odinga came up with that statement saying that he will not protest, he will not go back to the streets. And that is why he was talking about the 10 million signatures that the Azimio la Umoja Alliance had collected and how he will use them to counter President William Samoei Ruto. So these Mount Kenya region leaders felt that they are actually being betrayed. So that is why they had to rebel. And finally, the crisis meeting that Raila Odinga convened last week exposed the inside deal between Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka, and President William Samoei Ruto. I want you to realize this. During the African Climate Summit that was conducted recently, Raila Odinga was present. Kalonzo Musyoka was present during the dinner meeting at State House. It is only Martha Karua and the Mount Kenya region leaders within Azimio who were not invited in that meeting, because you saw Rigathi Gachagua exposing that Raila was actually invited. Also, Kalonzo Musyoka was invited. So Martha Karua was the only one who was left in the dark. That is why Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Odinga are actually uniting against Martha Karua opinions. So in my personal consideration as I wind up, from the look of things, the Azimio la Umoja Alliance is completely dead. It's only that they don't want to officially announce it to the public. But all indicators shows that there's nothing going on within Azimio. Now, these divisions that have started to erupt is just the red flags. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. So that is it. Let me know your thoughts, your opinion, or your views on the comment section below. What can you say about all these issues? What is your opinion concerning the formation, the Kamwene alliance that is formed by Martha Karua and the Azimio leaders from the larger Mount Kenya region? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, my name is Jess.